Hey guys, it's Hale here from To the Limit RC, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Exceed RC SunFire. The Exceed RC SunFire has a very slick design, running very sleekly in the Baja green color. It also has an impressive amount of ground clearance for a 1/10 scale buggy. Its tires are a lot harder than my slash 4x4s, but that's not that bad because these are actually good tires. When you take off the body, it reveals the brushed electronics. The electronics include a 540 brush motor, a brushed 2S LiPo compatible ESC, along with a 2.4 gigahertz receiver with a servo, except for I broke the remote for the receiver, so I had to put in my old Traxxas 27 megahertz one. The steering servo is actually quite impressive too. When you remove the battery cover, it will reveal an 1800 mAh 6-cell nickel metal hydride battery pack. This will give you about 10 minutes of runtime on the average run, and it's really just enough to get you started out of the factory. But for $110, I'm not going to complain. The Exceed RC car is actually quite wide too. It also features metal drive shafts, metal differentials, and a metal spur gear, which helps so that you don't break anything in the transmission, and also has plastic bodied shocks with aluminum shock caps. It also has an aluminum central drive shaft, which makes it not be that heavy because that's a really long device there. So they made it aluminum, which is good. And with the current motor in this, you'll never break anything. It also has adjustable turnbuckles and camber links. So you can just turn those up and get your camber and turnbuckles set up how you'd like them. It also has an aluminum central brace to help keep the car on jumps, keep it strong. It also has a 54-tooth spur gear and a 23-tooth pinion gear. Here is the original remote that came with the truck, along with its waterproof 2.4 gigahertz 4-channel receiver. It originally, out of the factory, it sat on top of the steering servo. What I did is that I turned it too far and broke it. When you open it up, you have your throttle trim for new drivers so that they do not have too much power and break something right away. You have your steering trim. You have your steering trim also, your endpoints, and then you also have a throttle trim, which is kind of like a cruise setting. You can set your cruise at a special level and it'll stay there. The on switch is right in a convenient location so that you do not hit it by accident. Overall, it's a great remote. This truck is a very sleek design, and now I think that it's about time to take it outside and drive it. Sorry about this logo right here, I don't know how to get rid of it. When you take it outside, it actually has an impressive amount of speed for $100. It tops out at about 22.5 miles per hour on a good day. I wouldn't call it really fast, but it is a fun car to drive. It has good acceleration, and with the metal drivetrain, you're not going to be breaking anything on it. When you drive it out there in the grass, it actually does pretty well for a truck of its scale. I also have a slash 4x4. It does better, but it also rides higher. It's slightly bigger, brushless motor, all that. But when you get it out here on the gravel, it's not overpowered, but it has enough power to be fun. If you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the trucks, you get them out there and they're way overpowered and you're just constantly breaking stuff. This car, you're probably not going to break anything on it. It's a great truck for people who are just getting back into the hobby or someone who's just getting into the hobby. It has an impressive amount of power, actually. For running a 23-tooth pinion, it's really not that fast for running a 23-tooth pinion, but it has power. Like, it can actually spin tires out here on dirt. And when you run it in the grass here, like I said earlier, it's not the best at it, but it does run fine. It's fairly durable, too. And it runs around our track, which I do not have video of because it was really cold outside today, and I didn't want to go all the way out there. But it does run pretty good outside on the track. When you take it out here onto a little bit rougher terrain, the buggy still holds up in this nice loose dirt of our garden. The plants and stuff don't even bother it. And you can see that it sprays plenty of dust to be fun. And it bounces over everything and runs pretty good. Sorry about the camera also, because I taped my iPhone to the remote when I was driving the truck, and that's why I sometimes missed it, because I had to move the remote. But it does do pretty good out here. All through all the footprints and stuff, it doesn't really even stop or anything. It runs surprisingly well. This thing did better out here than I expected. And really, a Slash 4x4 is not worth $350 more than this truck, or about $300 more. That's just stupid. You could easily take this truck, which has a good center of gravity on it. It rides low to the ground, metal drivetrain, and the Slash 4x4 doesn't even come with metal drive shafts, which is stupid. But you could easily stick a Mamba Monster in here and buy 3S lipos for this thing, and have this thing be way more powerful than a Slash 4x4 and still be under the price of a Slash 4x4. That is just insane. Because this thing would be like unstoppable if you did that. And when you get it out here onto a little bit even rougher terrain and running it through grass and all that, it still holds up. This thing is a great truck for a lot of people. If you've been in the hobby for a while, this might not be quite what you're looking for in its stock form, but they also make a brushless version of it too. For a beginner, they're not even going to break this, because as I said before, it has the metal drivetrain, it has a good low center of gravity, and most of all, it's cheap. $110 is really not that much money in the RC car world.